So Greg and the boys are working on Eggmobile number 2 today. Let's go take a look and see how it's coming along. This is basically a mobile chicken coop that we put our laying hens in, and it lets them free range out in the field, and then at night they come into this coop and we lock it up and it protects them from predators. We already have one out in the field for our original, more mature laying flock. And this Eggmobile number 2 is for basically the teenage chickens, the pullets, the laying hens who are getting big enough that they're outgrowing their brooder pen in the barn. These are the chickens that are now laying eggs. They are ready for the Eggmobile. We wanted to do this about a month ago, but Greg busted his knee and has been sidelined, but now he's recovering enough to be able to tackle this with the guys. So they start with a utility trailer. This is a used utility trailer that we got on Craigslist. And the first step is to remove the boards that make the bottom of the trailer, right guys?
Right.
These are the boards that used to be the floor of the utility trailer. Malachi and Creed, who are 12 and 9, it was their job to pry those off the bottom of the trailer, and now they are putting the hardware cloth on the bottom of the trailer. That is step 1. And then
what we do,
replace those boards with what?
And then what we also do is we take all the tail lights, license plates, any type of wiring, we take that off so that it doesn't get in the way when we're moving it around the field. Alright, and then after we get the floorboard out of the trailer, what we do is we come back with hardware cloth. And what I like to use, just from learning from past experience, is this wider hardware cloth, because it allows the manure to fall through. We had just enough to cover the full bottom of the trailer. And so what it meant though is that we're having to lace together a few sections. So we stapled it around with pound-in staples around the border of the trailer. So we just finished up doing that. And now what we're doing is we're coming along and what I call lacing the hardware cloth together with the wire. So we just have some baling wire here, and we're taking it and lacing the hardware cloth together. So essentially what we're doing is just winding it together, and it's like you would sew 2 pieces of cloth together. We're sewing 2 pieces of hardware cloth together.
And why can't you just lay those pieces of hardware cloth on top of each other? Why do you have to sew together with wire like that?
I guess you could, but I don't want to risk having a smart raccoon come along and push up and get through the middle of this hardware cloth underneath where my chickens are sleeping.
So if you had a full, you're just using what we had on hand, right?
Right, or if the hardware cloth had been wide enough, we probably could have laid it in between the 2 sections this way and just stapled down. But because of what we had on hand, we didn't. I mean, I like when I'm building things like this to use what we have on hand rather than going out and spending money on something.
And you like to make it extra secure against predators.
And I like to make it extra secure. That's right.
And there's the brace. So there's the hardware cloth completely placed together. what are the measurements of the pieces that you cut?
18 inches down, and then this is just a 45-degree angle support board that fits in between the two.
How did you know how long to make that support board?
Well, I'm really technical, so I came out here and held them up with a pencil and marked it, because my math skills when it comes to this sort of thing are not the greatest.
So the top piece, the horizontal piece, is 18 inches?
Yes.
And then just whatever it takes to get from there to the side of the trailer?
Whatever it takes to support it, yep.
And what kind of screws are you using?
Deck screws, 3-inch deck screws.
And is that treated wood?
It is.
So Creed, before you put up the metal sides today, what else did y'all do since the last time we took a video?
We added these two things in for the door. We also stuck these up to support it and also to stick the metal sides on.
The frame?
The frame, yeah. And we also stuck these boards right here on.
What are those for?
We're gonna stick laying boxes right here along on these boards.
Okay, so that supports the laying boxes?
Yes.
And then what will this side be for? Why does this side not have the boards?
Because we're gonna stick roosts up going up this way, and we're gonna stick wire on the bottom so that the poop falls through the roost, or should I say?
So that will stay open.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you want to fill in any gaps?
No, they did pretty good. I mean, since the last time that you videoed us, we've added the frame, and then with the frame, we've used as much scrap wood as we can. Like these are ripped 2x6s, and then we used flooring across the top. Wherever we could, we just used wood that we had on hand. And so we framed it out, and then we had a door frame, and then I'm making a door here that we'll just put hardware cloth on and hinges on and have a latch. And then we've left a little, if you notice, we leave a little at the top here. What we'll do with that is put wire up there. It'll give airflow so that it doesn't stink. It also helps with prevention of mites, the more airflow that I can get through there, and it's not cooped up with the manure. So that's pretty much it.
And then you'll finish, the roof is unfinished, correct?
Right. We've got to get 2 more sheets of metal for the roof.
So this metal side is finished because the metal part is finished because you're going to put wire,
Right.
hardware cloth up there,
Right.
but you'll add more sheet metal on the top for the roof.
Right.
And
more
will
in the
there be
front.
metal on the front here?
Metal here.
Metal there, and then you're making the door.
That's correct.
And then you need laying
Then I'll need to
laying
get
boxes, and
laying
you build
boxes.
the roost inside,
That's right.
and then that'll be it.
That'll be it.
It's good because we got some chickens that are
That's right.
ready for a new home.
Yep.
It's the middle of the day, so it's hot out here. A lot of them are, whoops, that one's stuck in the, a lot of them are inside the barn here in the shade.
These are young chicken eggs.
So they just started laying. So those eggs are a little smaller, right?
Yes.
A little smaller than they will be when the chickens finish growing up. So these chickens are ready. Your new home is almost ready, girls. Are you excited?
Boys. And 2 boys.
Do you think they're excited about their new
And 1 boy.
home?
Probably. Get over here. Whoa.
Looks like you got the sides finished and the roof.
Sides and the roof are done. We're just putting the rest of the wire on, and then we'll put some
And then
hardware cloth on the door and hang the door.
And what about the roost?
And then we'll do the
Oh, we gotta put the roost and laying boxes. We'll have to figure that out too.
So here are the laying boxes, and these are the kind that you can close up, right, Creed? Can you show me how they close? And you do that at night so they don't make it dirty in there?
Yeah.